Hello there, guys. How are you doing? Today we're gonna talk about an important topic I always wanted to talk about, right? Nobody cares about you. When I say this, let me ask you something. How many times have you changed your outfit or changed your clothes? Not because you didn't like it, but because you were scared about what people would think about you or the people that, you know, are gonna see you. Like they're gonna judge you. People are going to judge me, right? Or maybe you had an idea, a plan, something you want to work on. Um, a YouTube channel, a dream, a business, but you never started it. Why? Because you were scared about what people would say and what people care about. But that's what I'm trying to say is that most people don't actually care about you. And trust me, when I say this, that's not an insult, right? It's one of the most like freeing truths you'll ever hear. Because if you think we live our lives, we live our life as if everyone is watching us. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we eat, the way wear our clothes, the videos we post, the whatever plans we're trying to do, the everything. You think people always watch? You think the whole world is paying attention to whatever next step this guy's gonna do? But everyone's busy living their own life. This is a bubble. This is something that you created. Everyone has their own fears, their own problems, their own businesses, their own compromises, their own choices, reflections that they're making in their life or thinking about. Every person looks at you today. People forget about you 5 minutes later. You saw a guy at the store tomorrow after tomorrow. You don't remember his face, but you remember you remember seeing this guy take this, but you don't remember him. Just a lot of times you see this person and you can't remember him no more because that's just how it is. For example, let me ask you another question. Do you remember the last stranger you saw at a grocery store? Probably not. You know, exactly. So they don't remember you either. They won't be like, "Yo, I saw this guy today. Holy shit!" You feel me? Like they don't know you. So in psychology, this is called the spotlight effect. It's our tendency to believe that people will notice everything that we do or notice everything about us. Every mistake, every awkward moment, every insecurity, every choice or movement we make. But they don't. Because everyone is the main character of their own story, not yours, right? I know someone who delayed starting his dreams for a year, for 5 years. Why? Because he kept asking himself, you know, 5 years, what people will say. And then 5 years later, he realized something. Okay, the people who I was so afraid of did something in their life and they advanced, but they were not scared like I was scared. You know, they were too busy living their own life, or the people are too busy living their own lives. While he passed, you know, all these years passed, or while he wasted all these 5 years for nothing. He wasted 5 years waiting for an approval that will never come. So the problem isn't people, that people talk. People always talk regardless. It's building your life around that fear worth. What if they laugh? What if they judge me? What if they say this? What if they do that? Are you really gonna sacrifice your future for something that would never, probably would never happen, or something that has never happened yet because of opinions? That people forget tomorrow. Like, what's the point, right? You can't control what people think, but you can control what you choose to do. That's another aspect of the problem that needs to be fixed. The moment you realize that everyone is focused on themselves, you know, you finally stop asking for permission to live your own life, right? So today, ask yourself, if you've been waiting for the perfect moment, start. If you've been waiting for people's approval, start. You don't need their approval. It's your life. You're living this life for yourself, not for them. Because one day you realize the people you feared the most was never standing in your way, but your fear was. It was you the whole time that put this effect on your brain. Before you leave, I want to ask you this question. What's one dream you've been postponing because you were scared, or you wanted people's approval, or you're afraid of what people might think about you? Leave it in the comments because you never know. Maybe this is going to help someone. Maybe inspire someone to finally begin. I hope you guys liked the video. This is just a real quick video that I want to make. I always wanted to talk about this topic. It's very important. Next topic I'll talk about is probably gonna be how family can change, or how raising a kid or the feeling of a kid, a family kid, really work on his, can influence his future. So I'll talk about that in another video. Hope you guys like this one. I'll see y'all later in the next one. Love y'all, man. Peace.